Okay, so just a very quick recap of this unit that we are dealing with. Like we all are aware, it's a leadership development and performance management. That is the unit 3. And it's a postgraduate diploma at postgraduate level. And it's important for us to know that the grading is either a pass or a fail. So it's important for us to, be familiar with the concepts so that at least we can get it. This model has got 4 learning outcomes, and that is what we're going to be assessed against. These are the learning outcomes which we'll be going through. The last time we met, I think I introduced myself briefly to Tazawa. Johnson has joined today, so I want to quickly tell you a little bit about myself, then we can go into the study. I'm Samuel Nyamiche, currently in the UK. I've been in the UK for 24 years now. My background is in the procurement and strategy, supply chain, to be precise. In terms of industry, I work as a commercial manager for a company that supports mining companies around the world. I've been in the industry for over 20 years. So that gives me an opportunity to have an exposure to what the industry brings to the academic. So basically that is me. Tazawa, do you want to maybe talk briefly about yourself, and we will give Johnson also the opportunity to tell us briefly about himself, then we'll carry on.
Come again, Mr. Sambe?
Just to recap your what you are doing at the moment and your background.
Yeah, sure. I'm currently head of HR operations in UCC. UCC is a multi-cultural company, and we have so many projects in Qatar, in Saudi, in Iraq, in Kazakhstan, in so many countries. Yeah.
That is brilliant. Thank you very much. Johnson. Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little about yourself?
Sure. Basically, I'm carrying around 22 years of experience into hardcore HR. I am from India, but working in UAE for last 10 years, and basically working for last 10 years and being into HR as an HR head, working with an automobile segment trading company. Currently, yes, I thought after so many years to come back to study and finish my diploma. So that's the reason why I'm over here.
Wonderful. Yes, so it's good to have people with experience like yourselves. So what it means is that you'll be able to bring your experience, your practical experience into the academic, and that will really enhance your development and the organization as a whole. So thank you very much. Back to the learning outcomes. So the aim of this unit is for us to develop strategic leadership and management knowledge and skills. And we are also supposed to learn the role of leadership and management, which will enhance teamwork, effective communication, and organizational performance. So that is the aim of the model. The 4 learning outcomes, which I've mentioned already, is for us to understand the concept of leadership. That is 1. So what are some of the concepts? What are some of the theories of leadership? Johnson, I think your background is a bit noisy. Do you want to mute it for now? Good, good. Thank you very much. Yeah, so the first one is for us to understand the concept or the theories of leadership and management, the various styles. Yeah, so we have to be able to understand those theories or know them. The second one is to understand learning and development in leadership and management. So when it comes to leadership, what does learning, do to it? What role does learning play in leadership development? Very, very important. Then we also have to understand leadership and management development programs. What are they? Then finally, we have to understand the role of motivation, teamwork, and effective communication in effective leadership. So these are the four. The assessment criteria will give a bit more detail as to what we are supposed to look at in each of them. Then following on that, the assignment that we have is going to be in two forms. The assignment that we have is going to be in two forms. So one is going to be a presentation, material. You prepare a presentation. And the other one is going to be an essay, a management report. So the first one, the scenario is this, that there has been a change in leadership in a particular company, your company. And I think for this assignment, they've chosen Sports Direct, which is an international sports company. They do sporting equipment like jerseys, boots, and all that. Okay, so the new executive director wants to reform the current offerings of the organization, make sure that the organization is able to expand and look at other things and bring new innovative ideas forward to ensure the organization is ready for future challenges coming from competitors. You have been contacted as the head of operations to put forward the importance of effective leadership and management through a brief presentation. So you are supposed to do a presentation and a management report to be reviewed by the executive director. So one, you are required to create a presentation for new apprentices who require further knowledge and understanding about leadership qualities. You will provide speaker notes at the end of the session. So your slides, which obviously, if you are doing presentation, it's just going to be the slide, which has got bullet points, but you will also have a detailed notes that will explain the bullet points. So those two will be required. Yeah, and in this one, you are supposed to examine key concepts of leadership and management. So the theories, the styles of management, what sort of differences do we have there? Then analyze different leadership and management theories and their respective applications. Yeah, critically evaluate a range of approaches to developing effective leaders and management. Yeah, so what role does learning and all the other things plays in all that? So it's supposed to be a 10-minute presentation, so just a few slides, but your speaker notes are supposed to be 500 words. And this is how it's supposed to be presented. Yeah, your presentation file together with your notes. Then your task 2, which is going to cover those other learning outcomes. You are supposed to prepare a formal management report for your director, executive director. Your management report will consist of this. And if you look at it carefully, you will see that it is just the learning outcomes that is going to be required for you to give back. Yeah, so analyze what coaching is all about. These are some of the learning tools. Critically evaluate the trends in workplaces that can be applied. So we will go through all these throughout the lessons, and that is how you're supposed to put it together and send. You are supposed to have, like I said, a presentation with 500 words for the speaker note. Then the essay, the management report, is supposed to be 4,000 words, excluding the table of contents and other things. Obviously, the referencing style and all that, we are aware of that. So let's take note of this. Then again, you've got the additional information that has got the learning indicative content, which also gives you a bit more. So take your time and go through that. That gives a detailed in-depth, information on how deep you should go when it comes to those learning outcomes. So, for instance, understanding the concept of leadership and management. Here, you're supposed to examine the key concepts of leadership, analyze leadership and management theories, evaluate the approaches of developing them. So here, the concept of leadership and management, what we mean is that look at the differences and similarities between leadership and management. You also look at dimensions of leadership theories, like the trade, for instance, transactional, transformational. So you look at all the various theories. Then you look at what can make leaders effective. There's so many things that can make them effective. Having a stable emotional intelligence, cultural awareness, good communicator, and all that. So these are some of the things that you can read alongside that. So take note. We have done the first learning outcome. The last time we went through that one briefly. I wouldn't say briefly. We actually went through that the last time, and we've looked at the various leadership styles. So I think, Johnson, what you have to do is to quickly catch up on that one, what leadership is all about. Then the various leadership theories which we've gone through, the trait theory, behavioral, contingency, management grade, situational, and all that path. We've looked at that. So go through that. If you have any questions, you can reach out and we would be able to help you. But today we want to quickly look at the second learning outcome. So today we are looking at the second learning outcome, and it's understanding learning and development in leadership and management. What role does learning play when it comes to leadership, development and management? So learning is the focus in this model. We want to look at that. Two things we'll be looking at. Two things we'll be looking at as something that helps us. Because you are HR people, you'll be familiar with what is like maybe coaching, and another word that we'll be using is mentoring. But I want to quickly ask that what is your understanding of coaching? Maybe if one of you can tell us, what is coaching? When it comes to coaching, what is it? And maybe the other person can take what mentoring is all about. What is coaching? Anybody got any? Yes?
Coaching, to have training or to learn something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any idea on yeah, Johnson, any idea on mentoring?
Sorry?
Mentoring. Do you have any idea what mentoring is all about?
Mentoring, in the sense, I would say, basically, when you're coaching someone and the person who's coaching, he's a mentor of you. So he is the
Okay.
one who is basically going to mentor your coaching.
Okay. Okay. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. So tell me, I mean, I don't know whether who wants to pick it. What is the difference between coaching and mentoring? Would there be any difference? What would be what do you think is the difference between coaching and mentoring?
Mentoring is basically the one who is going to, after your coaching, who's going to mentor you, who you're going to take comments and, follow the thing. Coaching is something where basically a person is being trained how to do these things, or is been taught how to go about with these things. These are the two different things.
Okay, brilliant. So that is it. That is the thin line difference. So the difference which you've mentioned is coaching obviously are more specific to certain skills and certain particular items to be developed. Yeah, but mentoring it's something that runs along for a long time. Tazawa, do you want to add something?
No, that's fine. Agree
Okay.
fully. If we will focus on some specific goal, that's what we say coaching.
Coaching, yeah.
And mentoring, yeah, if it will stay together for long.
Together for long. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. So I think that is it. Okay, let's take this clip briefly. Bear with me. Let me just
recording in.
So coaching, like you've rightly said, yeah, it's one of the most effective development tools available. So it just provides guidance, support, and feedback to the individual. Yeah, to make them more effective. Yeah, it's just aimed to help the individual identify their strengths and their weaknesses and the areas of development. Also help them to be able to create a plan to achieve goals. Yeah, we are saying that in addition to this, it deals with some specific topics like you mentioned, that what is communication is all about. What is the act of delegation? How do you resolve conflicts, decision making, and a few more others. So coaching goes in to look at specific things like that. Like we said, it also helps the individual to be able to develop their emotional intelligence so that they can be effective leaders. So it's bringing somebody in to help some of these things. The Chartered Institute of Personal Development, which most of us are aware, lists some of the characteristics in organizations that offer this. And usually we should be aware that it's usually one-to-one. Yeah, it's aimed at providing feedback. Yeah, it looked at specific areas like mentioned. It is very short term compared with other ones. Yeah, it looks like helping you to develop your individual skills and, like we said, address issues like delegation and all that. So these are things that I'm sure we are already familiar with. Then again, we are saying that when it comes to coaching, fine, it's aimed mostly at the performance, work performance, not personal issues. So you are not going in to help the person solve his personal issues, but it's more of trying to get the person to develop their organizational skills. A few other things which we can read on our own. So this is one of the learning tools when it comes to leadership, coaching. Bring somebody in who will be able to help the leaders to be able to develop their leadership skills and knowledge, and help them to be able to do things more effectively. Another learning tool is what we call mentoring, which you rightly defined very nicely. Yeah. So we are saying that when it comes to mentoring at the workplace, what is it? Yeah. It's a relationship in which a more experienced colleague or person shares their knowledge to support the development of somebody who hasn't got that experience. Yeah, so it has to have the scale of being able to ask the right questions, be a good listener, be able to help the person clarify certain things for them. Yeah, and the difference between this and coaching is that this one sometimes is quite a longer term compared with coaching, which goes to deal with specific issues and all that. So this is a bit longer in terms of duration. When it comes to, an example is when it comes to succession planning, for instance. So if one director is leaving the scene, then we can get somebody to run alongside so that they can learn how things are done at the management level, at the executive level, and they will be able to pick up some of these things. We are saying that mentoring relationship works best when they move beyond the directive, do this, to that level where it's more relational. Yeah, where the people are giving you opportunity to be able to participate and get them to learn with them. So they have the free hand to ask questions and to do a hands-on, try and error and all that. They are allowed to make mistakes and all that. So basically, we are saying that there is a mentee and a mentor. Yeah, somebody who is providing the guidance, and somebody who is learning or receiving. So that is it. There is a table that you can also familiarize yourself with the difference between what coaching and mentoring is all about. So coaching, for instance, or mentoring, let me start with mentoring, ongoing relationship that can last for a long time. And we are saying that coaching is for a set duration. Yeah, mentoring can be informal, but if you look at coaching, they are usually more structured. Yeah, more structured. So it goes on and on and on and on. You can look at the differences in that. That will help you. There are different types of coaching that are out there: performance, skills, a few other ones, career, personal, business, and executive coaching, which is one of the most important than what we are talking about at this level, work shadowing and all that. So very, very important. The executive coaching, which we are saying is the most important in this. There are a few more lights now being thrown on that one. Then, apart from these two tools that we are talking about, that helps in learning, so that the manager or the leader can be supported in their development effort. Yeah. One other thing that we are also trying to highlight is that when it comes to learning, leaders should be aware that there is a changing trend that is ongoing. And it is important that leaders quickly get themselves onto that sort of level so that they will not be left behind. And that is technology. Yeah, and that is technology. So in addition for you to have the mindset that, okay, I can undergo coaching, I can be mentored and all that, you also have to understand that the technology age is fast approaching or is even with us. So you have to get yourself into it. So these are some of the things that we are saying that the workplace learning trend is changing. So the manual aspect of doing things and all that is going away quickly. And as a leader, you really need to understand this. So we are saying that new digital technologies like artificial intelligence, for instance, and automation tools are rapidly changing the way we work, the way we develop our products and interact with our customers. Everything seems to be changing, which I'm sure you are aware with all the softwares and other things that you are using in your workplace. Intelligent automation tools help what people do to redefine what is possible. So you could see that there were things that we were not able to do in the past, but now with technology, we're able to do things quicker and more efficient. And we are seeing that as organizations, we navigate this complex transformation through technology. Leaders, who provide learning and development, are tasked with keeping employees up to speed with this ever-evolving scale ecosystem. So as leaders, we should be able to be aware that no, we can keep technology out, and that the people that we are leading should also be made aware of these changes. So in just a little history, we are saying that the shift to technology has been quite significant. And there's a projection that in about 6 years' time, so many things will be digitalized. Then there'll be a lot of automation and artificial intelligence taking over so many things. So we are seeing that in our era of rapid change, learning and development plays role is to train employees for their work that does not even exist. And that is quite important. So people should be aware that technology is definitely going to change the way things are done. So it's important for us to be able to keep pace with it. So learning and development must become a well-oiled risk-scaling machine and provide tools to constantly rescale workers for new emerging roles, rather than hiring and firing employees whose jobs are automated can be rescaled for new kinds of roles at the organization. So the role of technology is extremely important in this place. We are saying that automation and artificial intelligence are changing the nature of office work now. It frees people from routine manual works and allow them to be able to focus on strategic, creative, and be able to work together quickly. So that is important for us to be aware. There are a few notes here that talks about some of the fast-growing technology tools out there. Amazon, for instance, they've got their web service there, artificial intelligence, which we are saying that is an era that emphasizes the creation of intelligence, that machines that can work and react just like human beings. Yeah. So some of the activities computers with artificial intelligence are designed for include something like speech recognition and learning, for instance. So I'm sure you are familiar, you've come across artificial intelligence somehow.
Yeah, it's a burning topic nowadays in our company.
Yes, very, very, very important. So what we are saying is that because these things are becoming very, very real, we have to be able to familiarize ourselves on them and know what it means. Other tools which are more financial tools that the Microsoft, the Ethereum, Kubernetes, and all the other bits are very, very important for us to be aware. Some of them do not apply to your company, some of them will do. But whatever it is, we have to understand. And we also aware. Are you asking a question?
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. We're also saying that as organizations try to support their workforce with these tools, one of the top emerging skill across the world is the robotic process automation, where robots, like we did in the first place, where physical robots were able to play a very significant role in the manufacturing industry. Software robots now, we are saying that are capable of having a similar impact in the office world. So it's not just the manufacturing, but we're going to have a similar thing in the offices to take over some of the roles that we do. So we should be able to have a fair idea what these are. Yeah. So robotic process automation simply modern process automation to quickly and reliably replicate how human beings perform routine daily office job on Microsoft, like Excel, for instance, Word documents, CRMs, and all these things that we do ourselves. Is technology is getting to a point where they would sort of take over these things. So we should be aware. Then another thing that we also want to draw attention that in addition to the tools of coaching, mentoring, and the need for us to be aware that technology is also fast approaching. One other thing that learning and development is also looking at critically is the mindset of long life learning, or what we call continuous learning. Because of all these things that are happening, that the workplace is changing every now and then. Trends in terms of technology is changing every now and then. Skills needs to be developed and all that. We want to advocate the need for continuous learning, that individuals, leaders, and employees should be able to adopt what we call long life learning. It never stops. It never stops. Yeah. So we are saying that learning that is pursued throughout life. Yeah. To be flexible. Yeah. It's not something that you're going to put yourself in, wait for. No, but like we are doing now, after some time, you decide to come back into the classroom and just refresh. Yeah. It's very important. It's supposed to be diverse. You can decide whichever area you want to do it. It should be available at times that you will be able to afford different places, across all sectors. So long life learning is also something that leaders should be able to advocate, and also know that if you want to be an effective leader, you should have continuous development, continuous learning, and sharpening your skills every now and then. What we mean by that? So we mean learning to know, acquiring knowledge, so that you will be able to master, the things that you are doing, have a full understanding of what it is. So you are always trying to get a deeper understanding. And if you are a leader and you get to a point where you have that true, full understanding of what you do, it gives you satisfaction. And it also gives you the level where your employees will be able to follow you, because they can see that you understand what you are doing and you know what you are doing. So that makes it easy. So learning to know. We're also saying it's learning to do. Yeah, that is equipping people for the type of job needed now and in the future, including in innovation and adaptation of learning to future work environments. Yeah, so we're always learning to do new things. Yeah, what you are doing now, how to do it and do it well, and also how to learn new roles and other things. Like we mentioned, there's so many new softwares, so many new technologies and other things. You want to always familiarize yourself and know them. Then we also say learning to live with others. Yeah, having a good scale of relationship. Yeah, and that we are saying that you should be able to get to a point where you would understand what even conflict resolution is all about, the skill to resolve conflicts, be able to understand cultures when it comes to diversity and inclusion. Yeah, so that at least you can foster a very good what is the name, workplace community, that everybody is comfortable and happy to work in. And you are also able to help individuals develop their competencies and their capacity. Yeah, and it goes on and on. Then obviously the ultimate is learning to become what you want to become, aspiring, yeah, to become the leader that you want to become, the effective manager that you want to become, a manager that is supportive, a manager that will be able to help the company to achieve its organizational goals. You don't want to settle to become any ordinary leader, but a leader that will make some kind of a difference. So you have the education contribution to your personal development, develop your mind, your body, your intelligence, your sensitivity, like we said, emotional intelligence and all that. So that is extremely important. Yeah, so the person who is looking at becoming a long life learner, yeah, has the necessary confidence and learning skills. It gives you that. Yeah, is strongly aware of the relationship between learning and real life, that this life you have to learn. It's all about learning. We learn new things every time. So that is also important. Yeah, recognize the need for lifelong learning and motivated to carry on this process. It never stops. If you're able to do that, then that will also be a very, very good thing for us. The benefits of this is enormous. We can pick a few things. It will help you to develop your personal and professional skills. It will also increase your job satisfaction and also your engagement with the roles that you are doing. It will help you to be able to adapt to whatever environment that you find yourself in, no matter what, because you at least you have the knowledge of how to deal with change management, personalities, and all that. It doesn't really make you, disturbed. Then we're also saying that obviously, if you're able to develop yourself, it gives you a bit more opening when it comes to job opportunities. Yeah, because any interview you find yourself, you can tell your panel that yes, you have the skill, you have the knowledge to be able to do that. Then, like I said, it fosters inclusion. You'll be able to understand cultures, how things are done in different places, and obviously it gives you confidence, resilience, and you're able to adapt. So very, very, very important. We are also introducing the word training here, which works alongside coaching and mentoring. Yeah, so training where you bring people together and you guide them on a particular subject to be able to do it properly. That is also important. So we are saying that all these things that we are talking about, yeah, which is a form of training, which helps in the development. What are some of the benefits? For the individual, it helps you to be able to develop your potential, and it gives you self-fulfillment. You can tell that, yes, now I'm on top of my job. I enjoy it. I know what it means. Then it increases your motivation. Yeah, your talents are also increased, and it gives you the opportunity to be able to get a bit more in terms of your paycheck. For the organization, it also has its own beautiful benefits. Productivity goes up. Yeah, workforce turnover reduces, and you are able to at least enhance your profit, and you are able to also able to comply with all the regulations and the requirements of maybe the governing body, the ministries that regulate your industry, or even judicial requirements. So knowledge and learning some of these are extremely important. Yeah. I want to hold on here and ask whether you have any questions or any contribution to add to this.
It's fine, Mr. Samuel. Go ahead.
Okay. So I think today what we have tried to look at is looking at the role that learning plays when it comes to leadership and development and management. Yeah, developing our leadership and management skills, the role that learning plays in it. We've mentioned the role that coaching plays in it. We've also mentioned what mentoring also does. And we've looked at the difference. Yeah, the mentoring is more of a long-term. Coaching is quite short-term and is quite specific, looking at certain skills and other things to be developed. But what is the name? Mentoring, it's more of a long-term, trying to pass on certain skills from an
like the succession planning. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, from an experienced employee to somebody who hasn't got that. We've also mentioned the need for us to be aware that because the trends in terms of what how things are done with technology is changing, there is the need for us to keep pace and to learn, allow ourselves to be trained on some of these technological things. And finally, we've mentioned that to be able to do this, we have to have the mindset of continuous learning, lifelong learning concept, which will help us to be able to develop ourselves. We've said that if we do that, it's got benefits for the individual and it's got benefits for the organization. End it here, then we will pick the next model next week.
Inshallah, sure. Just Mr. Samuel, I will request if you can share this through email or through WhatsApp.
No problem at all. I will do that.
So that will beneficial me in my free time. I can focus again and I can go in details. Yeah.
Okay, that is fine. I will do that. So thank you very much for joining, and we would catch up again next week.
Sure. Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel.
Yes, enjoy the rest. Yes, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.